Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciara, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so today we are doing another pick a card reading, and this is one that was requested by quite a few of you, and that is on the subject of what are your dreams trying to tell you. So this is kind of getting a little bit into maybe some dream interpretation, more, or maybe more so the messages that are most prominently being featured in your dreams. Of course, this is still a general reading, so not every message may resonate to your personal situation, but I highly encourage you to really pay attention to the signs, the symbols in each card that might relate to something you've been seeing in your dream. I will also be pulling the charms today to try to get some additional symbols, symbology, or messages in regards to your dreams. So for this particular pickup pile, I went ahead and selected stones that have a lot to do with working with dreams, dreaming recall, dream enhancing, and so I will go ahead and introduce these piles to you. So for pile 1, we have the celestite. For pile 2, we have lepidolite. For pile 3, we have prehnite with epodite. And then for pile 4, we have rhodochrosite. So definitely take as much time as you need. Let yourself be pulled, resonate with whatever pile is calling to, or piles. If you're attracted to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine. Your personal message might be spread across more than one in that case. And so I will see you guys at your pile selection. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with this celestite piece right here, absolutely love this piece. And so celestite, it is a stone that is really good for helping you to have more restful sleep. So that might be significant for some of you who chose this pile. So let's go ahead and lay out the cards that we have here. So we have card 31 and card 50 from the Fairy Oracle. We also have the 10 of Cups. Wow. See, we also have, for some archetypes that might be significant for your dreams, we have monk and nun, which the light attributes are selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. The shadow attributes are negative judgment of the physical world, excess pity. We also have Lemuria with creating heaven on earth. It's happening. We also have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. That is very interesting. We also have the mermaid with the pink lotus, creative wonderment, follow your passion, divine guidance, whispers from the beings who shine, let their messages be clear and kind. We also have, look at this card, fairy love with follow your heart. We also have show your support. We also have protect your sacred body temple with the sea angel. And we have Ishtar and Gilgamesh with bitter revenge leads to destruction. Card 10 and 13. So I pulled a lot of cards in this for these readings just to get as much imagery, as many messages as possible to get a sense of what is going on. So just before we get into each individual card and more messages from them on that level, what I'm getting a sense of right now for a lot of you who picked this pile is you're being communicated a lot through your dreams by your higher guides, your angels, maybe passed on loved ones, for sure. And a lot of this I feel like has to do with, you know, for you guys in particular who picked this pile, you might resonate with being a starseed or being a light worker or something along those lines. And so you're here in this reality, in this plane of existence for a specific mission. And it has a lot to do with following your heart and following your passions. And, you know, you're being shown support, I feel like, in your dreams, or there's support in that realm. Because I feel like for you guys, your dreams they're portals. That was a big thing I was getting for this particular group, I feel like, is you're able to kind of, maybe for some of you, you can actually project. And so it's like that whole dream state that you're in is a portal to other places. Again, you have divine guidance here. And with the 10 of Cups being present, a lot of the messages that are coming through, I feel like in your dreams, have something to do with relationships. It has something to do, again, with that heart space. It has to do with finding love, potentially for some of you. You know, we have that message of dreaming a new world into being. It's like your dreamscape is something very, very precious, very powerful. And it feels like you have, maybe for some of you, you are lucid dreamers. So it's like you can have control over your dreams. Or maybe for some of you, you have that potential. It's just a matter of learning how to control it, because literally, you guys, I feel like, are a group who travel to other places in your sleep, which I can relate to this. And so on those travels, in those encounters, you might see things, interact with beings and creatures that are sometimes very beautiful, sometimes very pleasant, and other times they're not so pleasant. And so that can make you very hesitant to even, develop this gift, explore more of this gift. I also feel like a lot of what happens in your dreams are also related to past life experiences, because we have Lemuria here, and with this particular card, I mean, this is Ishtar and Gilgamesh, so this is like, let me actually bring up this card right here. Which one is this? This is from, I believe, this deck, so card 13. So yeah, this has to do with Sumeria. So that might be actually and the Anunnaki. Oh, wow. Talk about Earth Angel kind of starseed kind of information. Yeah, so you guys, for some of you who picked this pile, you had a past life in Sumeria, or you were involved with the Anunnaki, Lemuria in that regard. So this particular card is talking about, you may know someone who always strives to get their own way, and when they don't, will unleash a myriad of events trying to push an outcome. Vengeance will always boomerang. It's the law of physics, action and reaction, and usually does not lead to the desired scenario. The best defense is to hold to right action in your own truth. So this is talking about the story. In the Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki were considered gods who had flying machines and seeded mankind with what is believed to be a limited DNA to be slaves and labor in their gold mines. Looking at the size of the headpieces and accoutrements that survive, and also the sculpted friezes in the British Museum, they appeared to be giants towering over the humans. They enjoyed meat, sex, jewelry, and power. In other words, they seem from the ancient Sumerian writings to have certain aspects that are also common to humans. In the stories of Ishtar and her pursuit of Gilgamesh, we read of her relentless revenge after he refuses to be her lover on the basis of her past misdeeds and her cruel treatment of animals and men. So that's really interesting. I feel like that is a very significant kind of story or situation for you guys. I feel like, again, for a certain group of you, your dreams right now have a lot to do with romance and maybe healing something in that regard. Because again, we have this, fairy love, follow your heart. So for even some of you, it's like you have a prominent figure who appears in your dream, whether you want to refer to as your animus or your anima. Again, I did a video with my Pisces-Twin on that whole subject, so you might want to review that video as well. I have it linked somewhere. But it could be that, there is literally another being, or like somebody from a past life that you were involved with who is visiting you in your sleep. So that might be that's either a really good thing for some of you, or it's a really bad thing for some of you. It just depends on how you feel about the interaction within the dreams. I also, since I'm right here, I want to also talk about protect your sacred body temple. Some of you need to take better care of your health. Some of you might struggle with sleeping, or you might be having very restless sleep. So you need to make sure that you're eating, cleaner. Maybe I personally drink tea every night to help me with sleeping. I use crystals of that sort, so that might be important. And especially since we have birthing a new age, I feel like your body is somehow tied to that. It's to your mission here. So let's go ahead and see what specifically the message is with this sea angel. So find and hold onto the sacred in your life. Do not let it be sullied by others or used in a profane way. This includes your own sacred vehicle, your body temple. Appreciate, protect, and care for yourself as you would a divine manifestation. So, oh my God, this is so crazy what this particular card is talking about, because it's bringing up Sumerian again. Oh, wow. yeah, this is like a kind of card that's asking you to, remember. The sea angel is imploring mankind to remember the ancient civilizations whose artifacts are strewn across the ocean floor and to be mindful of all precious life. It's also referencing Sirius, so the Sirius star system. So some of you might be very connected to that star system. Oh, well, again, I feel like this is a starseed group who picked this. You're very connected to the starseed consciousness, past lives, the Fae potentially. Again, there's divine guidance here. There's a message of treating yourself as a divine vessel, taking better care of your body, what kind of people you allow into your energy. And so let's go ahead and also, since we're right here with these particular cards, I'm going to set them aside as I go, but I'll bring them up here closer so you guys can take better note of the imagery. So this might be significant. She's holding a cup there, and especially for some of you who are feminine here, this is definitely a strong message to take better care of your divine feminine self, including like your feminine bits. I feel like is, the position where she's holding the cup is very much symbolic of, the woman's parts in that way. So, the vagina, I'm just going to say that, yoni, however you want to refer to it as. So I feel like for some of you, that's a message to be aware of that. Your dreams might be encouraging you to take on more of that divine feminine aspect. Essentially, since we have the 10 of Cups as well, I feel like that is related here. But let's go ahead and also talk about this follow your heart card here with the fairy love message. So for this one, it's talking about the alchemical marriage depends on the right balance of opposites. And look, we have the 10 of Cups here, which is all about, it's that happy family card kind of. It's talking about union. It's talking, I would also feel like that's related maybe to marriage. So some of you are kind of thinking about that. It's in your subconscious. It's coming up in your dreams for some reason. So, balance, also balance of opposites, balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine here. Balance between your material self and your spiritual self. That's important for you guys who pick this pile. So, listen to your heart and mind and spirit. The king and queen are equal partners. So yeah, there's definitely a lot here about balance of these polarities, balance of, you guys need to balance things out better. You're not embracing certain aspects of yourself. You're not embracing your passions, or you're not following your heart, or maybe you're too focused on following your heart and your passions that you're kind of in this, you're not grounded enough. I feel like, again, it's about a balance here, because you're meant to be birthing something amazing, whether it's an actual child or an idea, a project. It's like you're here to create heaven on earth, and that's what your dreams are kind of pushing you towards. I feel like you are also a group who have a lot of amazing ideas in your dreams that you need to pay a lot of attention to. And so let's get a little bit more clarity on that 10 of Cups from this particular deck. I'll go ahead and bring this up. I wanted to use these particular tarot cards just because they're so surreal, and it just reminds me of like some crazy things you might see in dreams. So it's interesting because we have that number 5 right there, very prominent. So 5 might be a very significant number here for you guys. You might be seeing a lot of 5 synchronicities. So you might be going through a lot of change. You're about to go through a lot of change, and that's why you're getting warnings in your dreams about needing to balance and prepare yourself for this change. There might be some divine guidance coming in. There might actually be some physical people appearing in your life. And, you need to stay true to your course, because I feel like there's going to be some challenges. Oh my God, it's so crazy. I just realized what card we also have right here. This particular card from the, this is called Undressing of a Salad. And this is all about balance. This is what this card is completely about. I'll give you guys more of the keywords for this card, but that is what it's about. It's about balancing things and understanding that sometimes you can't maintain the balance all the time. Eventually, they're going to drop the balls. They're going to, it's going to happen. And so that's part of the change you're going to be, going through, I feel like. Sometimes you need to let go of the control of the balance in order to allow and receive something new. And I feel like is also a message here. So the 10 of Cups, your allies and companions will see you through any dangers. You are on the path of success and happiness thanks to their loving help. Key concepts are future happiness, family and friends, and loyalty. So again, you have a lot of guides of visiting you in your dreams, helping you, showing support to you, I feel like, is the message here. Again, the white rose, that might be a very significant symbol that you see in your dreams. Bodies of water, lakes, boats. So yeah, that is definitely a huge message coming through right there. So on that note, let's go ahead and actually talk about that. Some of the more of those key words right there with undressing a salad, which is such a great name for that card. But so again, this card is referencing, you know, balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, being impossible. So, you know, there are things in motion and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. So yeah, first, you guys, your dreams, potentially you might be seeing warnings of something unexpected about to happen, but I feel like it's not bad. It's a good unexpected thing to occur, because we got that message of success is on its way. Help is on its way. So especially if you've been struggling with a lot of things, if you've been struggling with balance, there's a message here from your dreams that things are about to change, especially again, if you follow creation, if you follow your own wonderment, you follow your passions. Maybe some of you want to be musicians. Again, I feel like you guys have a very creative mind. I also feel like there's a warning to be aware of who around you might be trying to take advantage of your creativity or your power, your gifts. But at the same time, I also feel like there's a message of, again, somebody watching over you. Maybe for some of you, I just got the message of like an aunt, like a passed on female family member, a grandmother, an aunt, or, you know, potentially it could be a mother, but I feel like it's a little bit of a relative that's, you know, has a little bit of distance from you. So more like an aunt or a cousin or a great grandmother or something prominent like that might be watching over you, trying to guide you. You might see them in your dream. Again, that's a very specific message. It might not resonate for everybody who's watching this, but for some of you, it potentially could. So let's see if there's any other specific messages from this card that I feel are important. Yeah, so again, it's all about embracing your creativity, whatever it may be. If it's cooking, if it's sewing, it's, you know, woodworking, photography, writing, or art, you know, whatever it is, you need to use your imagination. You have a very powerful imagination. It's one that can literally create worlds, and it just naturally happens when you're sleeping, I feel like. So for you guys, very important, everybody should be keeping a dream journal, but for you guys in particular, you need to like record yourself telling yourself your dreams, you know, kind of like a voice memo or something. You know, this is all about utilizing your skills. You have a lot of untapped potential, I feel like, in this group. So on that note, let's go ahead and also talk about this other fairy card that we have here. This is still a fairly new deck for me, so I'm still learning all of the cards, but this is one I have not pulled before, so I'm very curious to see what this is saying and how it will line up with everything else. Oh, it kind of does. It's all about communication here. So again, communicate even to yourself your dreams. You know, clear communications are vitally important here. Strive for verbal brilliance. Listen carefully, be articulate. Be willing to calmly debate the issues and explore the ideas with others. Open communication will enhance the chances of success all around. Avril also suggests that the querent watch for body language, incomplete sentences, and unfinished thoughts, and try to discover what these signals are meant to get across. Oh, I feel like you guys are kind of frustrated. I don't know. I just got that message. Like, I feel like in your dreams right now, you have prominent people who are appearing and you're having like conversations in your dreams, but then it's like you can't hear everything they're saying. You're only getting bits and pieces of it, and it's really driving you crazy. You know, this is also a message, I feel like, to work more on your throat chakra. Again, there's a reason why you need to pay attention to what you're hearing in your dreams, what is being communicated to you, even if it's just snippets and bits, because I feel like the other missing like pieces of that puzzle, you're actually going to hear in your physical world, in your waking world, even if it's just like you're passing by somebody and they're in their own conversation, but you hear snippets. It's like kind of like puzzle pieces from two different realities coming together to give you the full message. I hope that makes sense. This is a fun reading so far, but it's like I hope it makes sense because it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely feel like the message from this card is, you know, of course it's talking about show support, so showing and helping other people around you, but I definitely feel like it's more of a message that in your dream you are being shown support by your guides, so you really need to pay attention. Again, pay attention for white roses. Even in your physical world, pay attention for this symbol, this sign, because it might be something related to that. Again, related to a new connection coming in, I feel like. Birds. You might be seeing a lot of birds also in your dream. So let's see. What else do we got right here? Again, divine guidance is coming through for you. Let's explore this one just a little bit more, just to double check if there's anything else. I feel like there is more to this card. Again, this is talking about if you're in like a difficult situation in your physical world right now, this is a message of reaching out to close friends, you know, to discuss, to ask for help through this troubled time. Again, maybe even this is a message of, yeah, you are hearing guidance from the sacred source, but it's like, it's like whispers on the wind. It's like bits and pieces in your dream, but you can't hear the full message, which again, it's driving you crazy. But it's a part of the message there has to do with your devotion, again, to your path. I feel like what it is you're supposed to be birthing and creating on this earth at this time. You need to pay more attention to that. You need to make sure that you stay to your path. You might also be seeing a lot of religious figures in your dreams for some reason, whether you come from a religious background or family or something like that. That might be important as well. But again, there's guidance coming through hardcore for you. But you need to remember not to have negative judgments of the physical world. So I feel like you guys, you can get too caught up, too allured by your dream world, that you kind of want to reject the physical world. And part of that is because you're seeing stuff from your past lives of other worlds. Again, you might be having memories of worlds that you lived in on, you know, other star systems or something, or other dimensions, whatever it may be. And so there's a longing for home in that case. But again, it's a message. You're being shown these things in your dream because there's lessons that you're supposed to remember from those lifetimes to use in this world right now. Because again, you have an important mission. If you resonate with the whole starseed consciousness, you are a starseed or a light worker, it's like that's going to definitely resonate for you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about these last final two cards that we have right here before I go ahead and just close out your reading by pulling some charms. Let's go ahead and see what the Mermaid with the Pink Lotus is all about. And she came up upright. So this is about make an effort to relax. Stop what you're doing and take a deep breath. It's time to relax. You're not selfish, and that can be a blessing. Helping your loved ones is an important part of who you are, but sometimes it's okay to set aside your worries about others and take some time for yourself. Maybe you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Try not to let it wear you down. Instead, try these relaxation techniques to improve your health and well-being. And again, we had that treat your body like a sacred kind of temple here with the sea. With the sea angel here. Protect your sacred body temple. Some of you are overworking yourself, and that's coming through in your dreams. Your guides are warning you in your dreams to pay more attention to this. So the first exercise is close your eyes and imagine a personal paradise. What do you see, hear, and feel? Let yourself become engulfed in these sensations. Allow your breathing to become slow and even, and notice your energy flow throughout your body. This will help you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. Take a hint from your mermaid friend and look at that. Doubly mermaids here, so that might be a significant thing you see and witness in your dreams is mermaids. Take a hint from your mermaid friend and let yourself be soothed by calming water. A walk near a beach or a lake, or a rest near a bubbling fountain can bring inner tranquility. You know, are you finding it difficult to relax? A change in environment can be most helpful in reducing stress. A short getaway For some, pampering at a spa could be just what your body and mind need to chase away that stress. So I feel like, you know, there's a message of self-care here coming through from your dreams, and that you need to cleanse out your space. I feel like you should, maybe this is even a message, like if you're especially struggling with dreaming or your sleep is like being interrupted, definitely look up the Chinese body clock, because maybe what time you keep waking up is related to a specific body area that you're struggling with, whether it's like the liver, the heart, whatever it may be. I also feel like you might need to actually readjust where your bed is pointing, like where your head is pointing when you're sleeping in your bed. Because again, if you read into feng shui, there's actually better positions for where your bed is and where your head points for your certain age and years to what it is you're wanting to work on in your life. So that might be important for some of you guys to look up. And so last card we have here is this one right here. Again, we have that portal coming up. Snakes, I feel like, are significant. Cosmic egg. But let's go ahead and see what this particular card is all about. So this is about destiny. It's talking about personal destiny, universal destiny, seeking answers, purpose, and quest, which totally lines up with literally these two cards. Birthing a new age and Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. This is your destiny. So your destiny is to become whole and connected. Your destiny is to lead a life with meaning and purpose. Step inside and explore heart and mind. Discover your gifts and talents, a sense of purpose and confidence. Ancestral healing may be required. Break the chain. Remember your dreams. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes the most important destiny remains hidden. Your destiny may influence generations to come. Overcome the trials and obstacles. Again, that's why I was getting the sense of maybe like an ancestor that's prominent, because again, they might appear in your dreams in order to guide you in the right direction of what ancestral chain you need to break, as well as this is why you're remembering maybe past lives, because it's part of your destiny in this current life. There's lessons coming up in your dreams. There's messages about what your talents and gifts are, but you're not seeing it clearly for whatever reason it may be. So finally, let's go ahead and pull some charms for you guys. Group 1, let's see. What do you need to know about your dreams? What are coming through in your dreams? Okay. So we got more messages here. Let's see. Say it straight, simple, and with a smile. Your greatest happiness is based on the warmth of your heart. Let things come to you. Peace of mind comes piece by piece, and prosperity is within us. We have this red bottle, we have this shell. So again, coming out of your hermit state, show your true strength. Step into what goals it is you want to manifest. You have the power to see clearly. You know, we have a horse here, so stamina, loyalty, strength, speed. Be you. Exactly. You know, listen to your divine wisdom inside with the owl here. We also have this little Santa Claus figure. So again, I'm feeling like family is related to this. You know, prosperity, giving, support. You giving support as well as you receiving support. We also have the sign of Gemini, which is talking about intelligence. Again, goes back to communication, intelligence, speaking out. You might be a Gemini, have Gemini in your chart, or be dealing with a Gemini. Okay, we have the dice reappearing. Look at that. Where is that card? Ooh. Look at that. In this particular card, what do we have in the background? We have dice. So look at that. That might be, for some of you, that might be a significant symbol. What else do we have here? We have the Eiffel Tower. So again, you might be seeing past lives in another country, another place, another time. You're seeing in a higher perspective in your dreams. Dragonfly, key, unlocking. Again, your dreams are helping you to unlock aspects and talents that you have within that you're not utilizing enough, I feel like is the message here. So you need to come out of that. You need to reveal that aspects. You need to embrace those aspects. So, whew. I think that is everything I'm seeing here in your cards, guys. I hope that this helps to bring some clarity and this resonates to what you maybe experience in some of your dreams, in your reoccurring dreams. And thank you all so much for watching. If you liked and enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And if you would like to help and support the channel anyway, I of course have a Patreon as well as Ko-fi, and there's information down in the description box if you would like to book a personal reading with me. So thank you all so much for watching, and pleasant dreams. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the lepidolite stone here, which of course is a fantastic overall dream stone to use. It comes, if you Google like what stones to use for dreaming, this is like one of the #1 stones that always comes up. So I personally use it. I sleep with it in my pillowcase. It's really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall cards here to get an idea of what the message is. And so we have the Lady of the Harvest. We also have, I believe this is the World card. We also have the High Priestess. We have the 10 of Water. We have the archetypes of the Samaritan, which light attributes are refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attributes are exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. We also have the Hedonist with light attributes of inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Shadow attributes are pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. We also have trust your path with if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? We also have the Trilobites, card 44 in reverse. We also have the message of leadership, set your goals. Big Leo energy right there. So we also have prosperity. As this tree grows, so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. And that's interesting because we have prosperity, and then we have the Lady of the Harvest. Those two are, and I said it right there. I wasn't even doing it on purpose, but those totally match up. We also have the message of take action. Look at that. And you have leadership. Then we have the message of clear out the old. Interesting. And finally, we have wake the divine masculine, which is the rebirth of the green man. So yeah, you know, that makes so much sense that this pile has this card in it with wake the divine masculine. Especially since we have leadership, we have take action. It's like, yeah, this is a group. If you guys pick this group, you really need to connect more with your divine masculine side, which is all about taking action. You need to become your own leader. This is about, you need to take on more of that emperor energy, I feel like. You know, set your goals, set your intentions, and really strive forward in order to achieve the prosperity you want. You know, reaching out a hand to others. Again, you need to trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? I feel like you're a group who kind of, you're waiting for somebody else to like reach out their hand to you to like pull you on your path. But really it's like it would actually be more beneficial for you to do that for somebody else with the Samaritan card here. You need to learn how to be a leader for other people. You're not meant to follow other people. And I feel like that's what your dreams are kind of telling you. We also have that hedonist, which is inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty of yourself. So again, embracing more of your own inner beauty, but not to the point where it becomes an addiction or you're damaging your own health by doing it. I feel like oranges. What? Citrus. Smell of citrus. You might be smelling citrus in your dreams or something. Fruits. I don't know why that's coming through. Snow potentially too. You might see a lot of winter right now in your dreams because you're in a sleeping state. You need to wake yourself up and change it to spring. You hold the key to unlocking your own heart. So you really need to like, again, like clear out your space, clear out the old. What really stood out to me was all these white horses here, which is like, again, stamina, strength. It's also making me think of the end of the movie The Last Unicorn, when all the unicorns come out of the ocean. I don't know why that just came to mind. So for some of you, that might be significant. 12. 12 o'clock might be important. Midnight. I don't know if you're waking up at midnight or it's like there's some synchronicity about that. Standing stones. You definitely hooting owls. Again, you need to clear out your space. You need to clear out your mind. You need to remove all the blockages so that you can take action. It's time for you to put in the work to wake yourself up again, I feel like, is the message here. Because nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to be the one to do it. Because, again, you're the leader here. You have to set your goals and you need to take action. So, on that note, let's go ahead and actually talk more specifically about that taking action card. So this is, past mistakes can be corrected. Transmute your history through positive action now. Create a more promising future. Exactly. Don't be dwelling so much on things from the past. There might be a lot of things from the past appearing in your dreams. Things that you've suppressed, like past memories, past hurts, embarrassments, things that you wanted to forget, that you pushed aside, hoping that it would just disappear without you fixing it. And now it's coming up in your dreams again right now for you to finally take action about those things, to clear it out. It doesn't mean that you have to go and like go find your ex and apologize for something and they've like totally moved on with their life. No, this is about forgiving yourself and clearing out that old energy, and maybe just in your mind space, forgiving them or forgiving yourself for whatever may have occurred and just letting it go. So that you, again, clearing out the old so that you can take steps to something brighter now. Let's also go ahead and talk about this particular card since it is in the reversed. Let's see what it has to say specifically. Again, I feel like this has to do with probably holding on to things from the past. And so the message here is, it is time to accelerate your life. Sometimes it's wise to allow nature to take its course and wait patiently. Sometimes, however, it's best to take control and speed up the tempo. Push forward quickly and do not be dissuaded if you have to drag someone along with you. Exactly. So maybe for some of you, that's a message of whoever is in your life right now. It's like you've been holding back from taking that step that you've been meaning to, taking that action you've been wanting to, but you're afraid of maybe pushing them or pulling them in a direction that they don't want to go. But if they really support you, they really love you, or whatever the situation is, they'll follow you. Again, you have the capacity to help those that you would prefer to ignore. So maybe there is some people around you that it's like, you need to just pull along on this journey. Again, this is another card that's talking about taking action. You've had that come up. That is the big message that's coming from your dream. It's like, in order for you to get your prosperity, to reap your harvest, you have to take action. And part of that has to do with taking on more of that divine masculine aspect. So on that note, let's go ahead and talk about him more specifically. So breathe life into the cold heart of the patriarchal society. Remind him or yourself of the male creation figure within. So yeah, again, this is waking up your own divine masculine creation figure within. So however you see that manifest, if you resonate with it appearing as, your animus, your anima, I've mentioned that in the previous pile, or your animus, excuse me, it's your animus because that's the masculine aspect. But I feel like, there's a prominent male figure who's probably appearing in your dreams that's trying to give you a message about waking up this aspect, whether they appear as the Green Man or Carnanus or whatever deity that's masculine in nature, or maybe even a father figure, a grandfather figure. There's something like that happening in your dreams, I feel like. And again, it goes back to this message of leadership. Set your goals. Trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? And once you find that answer, it's like, wow, if I had all the support in the world, I would do this and this and this. Well, guess what? You do have all that support in the world. It's coming to you from the divine. It's coming from within yourself. So you just need to set out and do it. Again, trust whatever your heart is calling you to do here. Again, look at that. I was talking about fruits, and we have like that kind of imagery coming up multiple times here. Here, even the grapes in particular. So that might be something that's appearing a lot in you guys' dream for some reason. Some relation to that. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. what have we not talked about more specifically? Let's go ahead and talk about this card right here, which is the 10 of water. So this is about universal love, divine connection, centeredness, serenity, peace, oneness, boundaries, and disruption. So truly living in the present, a feeling of divine connection, a time of serenity and ease, a positive emotional state, power born of knowledge and understanding, the power to consciously project your energy, say no to disruptive influences, giving life and power to shadows. You might be seeing a lot of your shadow aspects in your dream as well. Again, did a video about the shadow self. You guys can go ahead and do that. That might be messages there for you as well. There's certain aspects that, again, it's stuff from the past that you need to clear out and heal, because you've got some stuff that you need to get to work on for sure. That's a big message coming through right here. Let's also go ahead and talk about the tarot cards we have here, since you got 2 major arcana. So this is a lot of big important energy happening here. So with the High Priestess, it's like your wisdom springs from the earth, the stars, and the ancient cosmic knowledge. Trust what you know to be true. Wisdom, feminine intuition, ancient mysteries, which is absolutely crazy, because it's like, what card was it? Trust your path. You have all the knowledge. You know how to achieve what it is you want. It's, again, you're just kind of like, you're not stepping into that leadership role. And that's what your dreams are trying to get you to. You got this down pat. Like, you have good control over your feminine aspect, but it's time now to get into that masculine energy for sure. You might be seeing a lot of towers. You might be having kind of like dreams. Again, this is very specific, so maybe it's not going to resonate for everybody, but like where you're having to climb a mountain, or you're having to push something up a mountain, and it's like you're getting really, really frustrated because it's just like not getting anywhere. But you have to keep taking action. You have to keep pushing forward, and you have to believe in yourself. That's the missing piece here, I feel like. And then, of course, we have the World, I believe. Yep, exactly. It is totally the World card. Again, you need to step. You're too much in a comfort zone right now. And that's what your dreams are trying to tell you. It's like, I feel like you guys are a group who are having very frustrating dreams, because it's like your movement is restricted because you've placed restrictions on yourself. Again, things from the past that are old, that are haunting you, or just keep coming up, and it keeps putting you in this annoying cycle of dreams that it's like you can't break out of. But it's like, you just need to take that step. You have to take that action. Everything seems complete and perfect just as it is, but don't be afraid to shake things up. A new pattern will emerge. Key concepts are completion, wholeness, breaking through. Again, that's exactly what I was just describing. You have to break through. Maybe even the message here, it's like you're trying to push this boulder up this mountain, but it's like maybe you should just let the boulder go and let it roll down. Who knows? It's like it's a dream. Anything can happen in dreams. So you just need to kind of take a risk and just do something differently. Shake things up. Why is the boulder worth pushing up this mountain? What is the boulder going to give to you once you get it up the mountain? That's the question you need to answer for yourself. And so finally, we have these last 2 cards, which I definitely feel like is kind of what you guys are aiming for. This is what your dreams are telling you is a possibility, but you have to clear out all this other stuff in order to get to this point. And so we have prosperity. So, money and wealth are highly charged issues in our culture. This simple prosperity spell will help you realize your material desires and needs through the generation of money. So, again, this is all about, it's a prosperity spell. It's about attaining money. You know, when the spell chooses you, it signifies the simple truth that there need not be any guilt or suffering around obtaining money. So maybe some of you have some sort of guilt or some worry about money, associations with money that comes from the past. It's a chain you need to break. And so finally, of course, we have the Lady of the Harvest here. So with her, it's talking about completion, grief, loss, harvest, and release. Exactly, releasing the old. It's time to accept change, to move on to the next phase. Power and strength in the present and future come from releasing the past. Comes from releasing the past. Clear out the old. That's what your dreams are trying to tell you. Power and strength in the present and future come from releasing the past. This is a time of liberation, and we might as well cooperate with it. It will happen whether we want it to or not. Release and liberation may be painful or joyful depending on the circumstances. Cry if you need to. Be joyful if that is appropriate. But in either case, trust the process and acknowledge that what you feel and prepare to move on. So again, that is what your dreams are trying to tell you right now. It's like you need to take action and you need to move forward. You need to break free. And again, trust your path, because there's something, you know, very prosperous and wonderful waiting for you. But it's like you have to take the first step. It's not going to come to you if you're not putting yourself out there and you're not making that effort. Again, because you're the leader. That is what your dreams are trying to tell you. So let's go ahead and also close out this reading by pulling your charms. Let's see. Group 2, what do you need to know about your dreams? Symbols, synchronicities. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a lot of extra little messages popping out. An admirer is concealing their affection for you. We also have say it straight, simple, and with a smile. In the beginning is you, in the middle is you, and in the end is you. Exactly. It's all you. It's you. It starts with you, it ends with you. You have to make the first step. An attitude of gratitude brings opportunities. Be grateful for everything you have and what you can achieve, because you can achieve a lot. Develop the power of listening. We also have, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Look at that. That is exactly what all these cards are talking about. You got to change your thinking. You got to change your mindset. So we have a bottle here. Again, new growth springing forward really fast. We have Gemini coming out again. We also have Cancer. So you might be a Gemini, you might be a Cancer. You have both of these signs in your natal chart. Or this is about, you know, being imaginative and being intelligent. Using both of these, combining both. Finding balance, again, new growth, change is happening. It's whether you like it or not, it's definitely coming, because it's like we have so many symbols right here about change. We have the fork as well, so I feel like that's treating yourself better for sure. Again, we have 2 of these wheels, so again, maybe this has something to do with water, your emotions. But again, definitely change. The gears are turning. You have to turn the gears for yourself. Again, embrace that balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine. Combine all the ingredients. You have everything you need. And I find it really interesting that these two are kind of linked together, because again, we have another circle coming through. I feel like this is like a need to make a promise to yourself and really stick with it, because it's going to help unlock everything. So we have the key being here. And that's interesting. Oh, look at that. That is a really important symbology, because there you go. Look at that. Exactly. The key. You have the key. You just need to listen and trust yourself more. Again, take action. So that is everything I'm seeing here in your cards, in the charms, in regards to what your dreams are trying to tell you. I truly hope that this resonated and made sense for you guys. If you enjoyed this, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below telling me what you thought about it, maybe what you're dreaming, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. If you would like to help and support this channel and what I'm creating here, I have a Patreon, I have Ko-fi, I have all that kind of info down in the description, as well as how to get a personal reading with me. So thank you all so much for watching, and have pleasant dreams. All right, for those of you who picked pile 3 with the Prenhite and Epidite stone, this is definitely one of my favorite stones to use in my pillowcase for dreaming. It works really well for me. So it's also very good for dream enhancing, because it's it's actually 2 of the prominent minerals that is within dream quartz. So that is part of why it works so well for me as well. But let's go ahead and dive into your cards and see what they have to say. So we have card 26. We also have the 9 of Wands here. Ooh, I feel like there's a lot of hidden things in your dreams. Wow. We also have the 7 of Earth here. Definitely need to be working on those chakras. We also have the Two of Fire. We have the archetype of the engineer, which light attributes are ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attributes are resilience, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. I feel like you're trying to problem solve a lot in your dreams. Oh, and then we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? You're trying to figure out what is triggering you in your dreams. We also have my tentacle friend here. We also have choices. Make the best choices. We also have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. We also have be courageous. Truth conquers all. We also have retreat into nature, solitude. We also have be your best self always. Renewal of peace. And we have believe in spontaneous healing. So, what am I getting off this particular group right now? Definitely, I feel like there's a huge message here that's coming through of your dreams about being authentic, being who you truly are. And maybe I feel like in your waking world, you're having a lot of problems, or like there's a lot of things that are triggering you, or maybe just like really negative people, or maybe your own mindset. Maybe it's, whatever it may be, whether it's material, physical, emotional, there's like something happening on that regard. And there's a message here that's coming through of your dreams where it's like you need to retreat, you need to heal, you need to make better choices. Because you have the capability to problem solve these things. And a lot of times you're doing it in your dreams, but I feel like you're a group who are kind of ignoring your dreams in some aspect. Again, that might not resonate for everybody, but I feel like there's an aspect where it's like you're not paying attention to something. And it's either really obvious, or whether it's obvious or not, it's just like you need to pay better attention to it. So on that note, I really want to talk about that Nine of Wands, because that's just like really what's standing out to me right now. And so with that particular card, is talking about all the power you need will be at your disposal when the time is right. You can relax for the moment and trust that you'll know when to act. Continue to build up your strength, gathering resources, biding your time, self-discipline. Your dreams are telling you to have more self-discipline, and also, again, a need at this time for rest, so that you can reconnect to yourself. You might have been giving too much of yourself to other people, and so this is like coming up in your dreams. I also feel like you're seeing, again, we have the white rose coming up again. I feel like angel wings. I feel like this white horse is very prominent for some of you. White animals in your dreams in general might be kind of significant. And so let's go ahead and talk about this tentacle friend here. So with my tentacle friend, this is talking about reclaim your overextended self. What was I just saying? Exactly. You have become overextended like an octopus who has stretched each arm in different directions. This overextension has left you weak, vulnerable, and haggard. It is time to reduce your obligations and draw inwards for a time. Decide upon your highest priorities and release those duties that no longer aid you or are not as important as they once were. Reclaim the parts of yourself, both mentally and physically, that are being improperly used and let them rest for a time. When you are feeling stronger, put them back to use constructively if you see the need. But do not let yourself get so overburdened again. Always keep an arm in reserve for a surprise task that is near and dear to your heart or fuels your personal ambitions. I'm getting totally chills. Again, that this is like you've exhausted yourself. There's some situation that you've been having in your waking world that has left you feeling, potentially triggered, upset, really vulnerable. And it's like your authenticity has been sacrificed for something in not a good way, or it's like you're feeling so vulnerable that you're afraid of people seeing your authentic self or something like that. But it's like, who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. It's like, do not let other people make you feel bad about who you truly are. And it's like, if you need to retreat, if you need to unextend yourself, it's like you need to do that. I feel like there's definitely some toxic people around you in your physical world that are draining you. So you might be seeing a lot of symbology in your dreams, animals or whatever it may be that have a lot to do with draining. Whether that's like a vampire bat or a leech or mosquitoes, ticks, or these specific people who are draining you, or like literal vampires in your dreams, like whatever it is, it's like something that is sucking the life out of you. And so you really, really need to go into this time of renewal, of peace. You need to find a safe place for you to linger, to reconnect again. Because it's like you're always meant to be your best self. You're meant to shine and be your authentic self. And so don't allow other people to take that from you, for sure. Because you have a very strong, powerful mind. You can solve a lot of problems, but you need to make sure you're not neglecting your emotional self, you know, being too analytical, being too cold, denying yourself of some bigger thing here. Who you truly are, whoever your authentic self is, it's like it's right there. It's lurking over you. It's haunting you in your dreams. And it's like you keep ignoring it. You keep trying to be like one way, or you're listening to other people. You're overextending yourself. But it's like the message is there. It's loud and clear. And it's like almost like a lurking danger. If you keep ignoring it, it's going to come to bite you again and teach you a lesson, I feel like, if you're not careful. So on that now, I feel like it's time to talk about this particular card, because I feel like this is like, I don't know why, this is almost like a particular guide or spirit that's like gonna mess with your shit if you're not gonna pay attention. Like they're gonna do stuff on purpose to wake you up. I've never read this card, okay? I've never looked at it. I have never pulled this card, but I'm just like reading the energy off of it, and that's like literally verbatim the key words here, or it's, oh, that gnome. I love this card already. It's talking about trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking the habits and patterns. Exactly. This is what your dreams are going to do to you. They're going to send things, your spirit guides, your angels, they're going to send stuff not only in your dreams, but even in your physical world to really just bring some chaos to your analytical, madness, your analytical strictness here to wake you up. It's like you got gifts, you got talents, and it's like there's people around you who I also feel are, again, or it's just you in yourself, kind of draining yourself of your own potential, your own ability. And it's like, you need to lighten up. You need to get loose with it. You need to embrace some of the chaos here. So this is really talking about, it's time to leap into the air, letting the earth turn beneath you and discover where you come down again. Reasonable risks are okay. Even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course, but do so understanding that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees, but then there never really are anyway. No matter how pretty the paper they may seem to be printed on, and the scroll work around the edge. In a reading, the presence of that gnome tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Look for the unexpected, find the opportunity in it, and go for it. He says that no matter how confused things may seem, there is a way to make them better, but it is a creative way, one you haven't tried before. He says, think amazing new thoughts. Exactly. This is really good energy. I feel like this is going to help you guys. I feel like you guys are kind of potentially stuck in a rut, or again, you've overextended yourself, you've overworked yourself, you're dealing with, maybe toxic relationships or people, and it's like time to bring in some chaos, let the wild you free, you authentic self, and make some choices that you haven't considered before. Make the best choices for you, not for anybody else. You need to let that wild side out for sure. So, because yeah, we have the message of be courageous, truth conquers all, retreat into nature's solitude, and we have believe in spontaneous healing. So let's go ahead and talk about these particular cards more in depth, starting with that healing card. So this is stop sending the old programs to your cells. They are listening. Breaking those negative habits and replacing them with positive affirmations is not enough. You must believe them. This has now been scientifically proven. It is a truth that must be internalized to be healthy. So again, there's some sort of old patterns, some negative habits, maybe negative people, that it's time to break those things. You need to bring in a little bit of that chaos, or the gnome is going to come the gnome is coming for you either way you see it. He's going to arrive, he's going to bring some chaos, he's going to mess with stuff, and you need to just go with it, because there's some things, there's some choices that you keep making that are not the best choices for you, so it's time to break them. And so let's see. But we also have the redwood here. So retreat into nature, solitude. Take time out for yourself. Leave the daily routine and return refreshed and renewed. Exactly. That is clear-cut message. And so with the truth conquers all, knowledge of a situation dispels the fear of the unknown. This will lead to illumination and freedom. So again, understand the situation you're in. Actually see, again, you're really smart. I feel like you've got a really intellectual mind. It's just like there's maybe the emotional aspect, the energy aspect of it that you're totally missing, because you're looking at it from just that like analytical, practical side, and you're just missing that one aspect. And it's like you need to wake up to it for sure. So finally, we have these last two cards here to talk about. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Starting with the Earth card here. Again, this is the Seven of Earth with meditation, grounding, connection, cycles, change, interaction, purification, and stress. Again, if you're stressed out, it's time to meditate and get realigned. Get out into nature. Retreat into nature. You guys, this is what your dreams are telling you. You need to go outside more. You need to get fresh air. You need to get grounded. You need to be in that space. Even look at this card here. Where are they? They're out in the woods with all the little, innocent creatures here. They're very vulnerable creatures. Again, maybe you are very uncomfortable with showing your vulnerable side. You're very uncomfortable showing your authenticity. And so there's a message here of you needing to get over that. You need to break that cycle. Let Gaia heal you. Connection between self and the world. All is connected and has influence. Address the stress. Meditate and still your mind. Put down the tech toys. Time to physically interact and connect. And then, of course, we have this fire element here with the Two of Fire, which is all about power sharing, mentorship, partnerships, equality, teamwork, mutual interest, ambition, and control. Align yourself with another. A power-sharing situation. Two heads are better than one. A time for teamwork and cooperation. Seek one who will teach much-needed skills. An equal exchange of energy. Someone who will help you overcome obstacles. A struggle for power. I feel like the people you're currently involved with, there's somebody prominently who you're involved with who is not sharing the power equally. There's somebody who is not exchanging energy equally. They're taking too much energy from you. And so it's time to realign, reassess, again, the people you're around, and try to find those who are going to better support you, support your change, support the creative chaos that you need to take on now. So with that said, let's go ahead and also pull some charms to close out this reading. For my pile 3s, what do you need to know about your dreams? I'm a Dean girl, but I'm Sam curious. Exactly. Again, you're in a certain situation, you're in a certain routine, you've been doing it for a while, and it's time to shake things up. Be a little bit curious about something else. Take a risk. Again, you can protect your energy. You need to protect your energy from, again, those psychic vampires. We have love is an experience of infinity. Prosperity is within us. And we have the gate to happiness is self-compassion. You need to be more compassionate for yourself. Again, communication is very important. Healing work. Again, we got this. Got the Ace of Wands here. This is how I interpret this charm. And it's like, yeah, this is the energy. This is creativity. This is sexuality. This is sensuality. This is power. This is creative energy and the energy of just do it. go for it. Yeah, exactly. Get excited. Get, amped up. Maybe music is important. Maybe you're very clairaudient, and so it's like you're hearing messages in your dream. There's songs that are getting stuck in your head. You're dreaming about these songs. They get stuck. They're in your head throughout the day. There's messages in those songs. You need to embrace your wild side. Again, this key is a very prominent charm that comes up for a lot of people so far, and it's like, yeah, you hold the key to this. Your dreams hold the key. They're telling you what you need to know, and it's like, you got to get wild with it. That's the message here. So I hope that this reading resonated for you guys, that it made sense, gives you some clarity. If you enjoyed it, please do leave it a like, comment down below, tell me about it, and about your dreams, how this resonates, how this applies, does it make sense? Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos from me. If you would like to also help and support the channel and what I'm creating here in any way, I have a Patreon, I have Ko-fi, I got all that stuff down in the description, as well as how to get a personal reading with me. So thank you all so much for watching, and have pleasant dreams. All right, for those of you who picked the fourth and final pile with the rhodochrosite stone, this is a really good stone for dream enhancing. So if you want to enhance your dreams, you want to, up that up a bit, this is a good stone to use. I've used it a lot. And so let's go ahead and dive into your cards and see what we have going on here. So we have card 40 here with honesty. So I also feel like for you guys, you might be seeing, like, this is a creature you might be seeing in your dreams, or you might be seeing very prominent, like, sea creatures for some reason is what I'm getting off that card. We also have the Hierophant. This is a really creepy card, honestly. Like, I don't know why. I find it kind of creepy. I feel like you might be a group who are having very kind of stressful dreams, or dreams of somebody kind of having more control over your situation, or more power over your situation, or something along those lines. I don't know, but let's continue looking at your cards and see what else. We have card 6 here. We also have the, let's see, that's like the 11 of air, I believe. And so we also have, for the archetype, networker. Light attributes are enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Shadow attributes are conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. I feel like that's kind of connected to the Hierophant somehow. We also have the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. You need to trust the process of what's happening. We also have La Serena, and so this is card 36. This is about be aware of toxic people around you. So again, somebody who might be, face your fears, release the power of fear. I feel like there's something like that. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. So Artemis might be appearing in dreams, symbols of the moon, symbols of the hunt. Nature, elements of nature, wolves, deer, adopt a new situation, expansion. Look at this card. So pretty. So yeah, expansion here. We also have your goal is within reach. I feel like this is a group, for you guys who picked this, has a lot to do with your current situation. Your dreams have a lot to do with whatever is currently occurring in your life. I feel like it's related to some sort of social situation, maybe a work situation. There's some level of uncomfortable, being uncomfortable in this situation, having a lot of fears around it. Again, that's why your dreams might be very stressful. You might be kind of like this, like I'm getting the sense of maybe in your dreams, your like childhood fears are kind of appearing again, or like, things that you're scared of are appearing in your dream, and it's really freaking you out. And it's because there's something in your waking world that is triggering that, and you need to become more aware of it. In fact, on that note, I want to go ahead and read this card just to clarify it more. Because again, from what I remember of reading this card before, it has to do with being aware about certain people around you. Somebody, a female in particular, that might be very toxic, might be lying to you. Yeah, so do not get dizzy with the songs of the mermaid. Con los cantos de sirena no te vayas a marar. I'm sorry if I totally butcher that. Forgive me. But remember to honor loved ones and your past, but do not get swallowed up in memories. Do not forget to live in the present and plan for the future, or you will be doomed to live in the shadows of others. Bear in mind the past shines brighter in your memories than reality ever can. Do not be deceived into falsely remembering what has come before. The saying, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, applies to time as well as space. Remain grounded in the present, not mirrored in the past or intoxicated by what could have been. A life lived fully in the present with a healthy reverence for the past and an optimistic eye on the future is of the best balance. Do not let the mermaid of remembrance beguile you. Again, I feel like this might be related to somebody from the past who is coming up in your present. Or again, I feel like there's something from your childhood that is coming up a lot in your dreams, and it's causing you to, again, I feel like have stressful dreams. Because there's something here that you want to remember as one way, but really it was another, and that has the potential of making you fall into a really bad negative pattern again. If you're not aware, again, there's something here that you need to know. There's something you need to face. There's a truth. There's a truth that is hidden to you in your dreams. Your dreams are trying to, let me reword that. There is a fear, a truth about a certain fear that is hidden within you that you buried. It's something you've been wanting to ignore. You know the answer to it, but you don't want to admit it to yourself. And your dreams are now, it's like there's something about to occur. Because again, you're being cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Something is about to unfurl for you. And it's like, in order to embrace it, you have to release this. You have to get honest with yourself. Again, because we have, Artemis here. The best possible decision. Help me see what must be known. There's something you're not seeing. And a large part of it is because you don't want to see it. Because you're afraid of what the truth is. But really, it's not something that you should be afraid of. It's something important. It's something you should embrace. It's a beautiful new possibility if you can, a new decision, if you can just, again, face your fears. Don't be, again, beguiled into remembering something as better than it really was. Because again, there's expansion coming forward for you. I actually want to read this particular card because I feel like this is something important. So with expansion, you are continually moving, evolving, and going through cycles in your life. Attune and align yourself with the rhythms of nature around you. This is an exciting time with new beginnings, growth, and changes. There are many settings that will provide for inner development and expansion. Pay attention to everything that is going on around you and the effect it's having on you. Consider environmental issues or use this as an opportunity for new studies. It is a good idea to recognize the need for extra rest and personal care while integrating new energy so you are ready for important messages and opportunities. Just as in nature, you too have seasons of growth and maturity. Potentially for some of you who picked this pile, you're younger in your years, but not all of you, of course, but some of you might be. And so it's like you're about to go through a big shift, a big change, a big growth in your life. And that's why like things from your childhood might be coming up again. You might have come from there might have been somebody in your childhood, in your younger years, who was very, very prominent, almost like how do I explain this? Like so dominant, so prominent that you really had no identity of yourself. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's just the feeling I'm getting off that particular card. Let me go ahead and let's discuss that Hierophant card in more detail. The number 3 might be very important, as well as the the letter E. So that might be significant for some of you in relation to your dreams, into this situation. This is a major arcana, so this is important. The Hierophant, make sure your spiritual teachers are authentic and trustworthy. Look beyond the trappings of religion to seek the truth. Dogma, social conventions, tradition. Again, I feel like there's a lot here that has to do with social situations or, family, hierarchies, religion, and it's something, there's something in your dreams where it's like you're trying to find the truth of this situation. Maybe this is no longer aligning with you, and it's like you're waking up to the truth of what maybe you've always experienced in your life and finally rebelling against it or something. I feel like that's kind of the message here. So, because again, you're being cracked open. It's like your dreams are triggering these things, and you don't like it. I feel like for a lot of you, you really don't like it, but it's like, it's because it's uncomfortable, but it's important because you're about to really have a major life moment, a major transformation. And it's like, don't fight against it because it's happening for you. It's happening for your betterment. It's the best decision possible. Whether you like it or not, it's going to lead you on a much healthier, better path for yourself. Again, adapt a new situation. Your goal is within reach. So let's go ahead and talk about these two cards. So don't be afraid of change. Trust the process. Your work may be more effective in another location. So maybe this is even about a physical move. You might be seeing flamingos a lot. You might have a very prominent female figure in your dreams who's like guiding you, kind of like a mother figure, or it is your mother. Adapt to the new situation. Adopt it, adapt to it, embrace it because it's for your betterment. So we also have, your goal is in reach here. So with this, it's talking about because what you have chosen to do is aligned with your soul path, you will receive the help and support necessary to complete the task. So again, this is about finally embracing what path you're meant to be on. And once you do, it's like all the support you need will come to you for it. Let's go ahead now and also talk about this card right here, which I'm pretty sure I'm reading that right as honesty. The writing on these cards could be a little difficult sometimes, but I love these cards. But let's go ahead and see what it says. Yeah, honesty. Honesty, compassion, tact, self-deceit. So stop self-deceiving yourself or, accepting others' deceit. Honesty in a reading speaks unsurprisingly of the need for straight dealing and truth in representation. We need to be scrupulously honest here. Make certain that there is no room for confusion or misunderstanding, no fuzzy edges. Both written and verbal agreements need to be completely clear. Assumptions may not be as well understood by all parties. We are assuming, and they need to be tested for comprehension. On a personal level, honesty reminds us not only to be clear in what we say and do, but also to act and speak with compassion and tact. Brutal honesty is not usually true honesty at all, but somehow slanted towards the worst. Dishonesty, even in the name of tact, is not helpful either. Balancing on that fine line of loving honesty may take some effort, but will provide rich rewards. Honesty, humility, idealism, and clarity of mind are some of the advantages of honesty. I feel like in your dreams, because I feel like there's a person in your life, especially if you're younger, who it's like you really look up to. You don't want to disappoint them, but it's like in your dreams right now, it's like you might be kind of telling them off. You might be, again, rebelling against them in your dreams, and kind of in your waking life, you feel really uncomfortable and bad about that because you don't understand why, but it's like it's happening for a reason because it's time for you to get out of the shadow of another person. Get out of your own shadow and, realize that there's more opportunities for you than you realize. There's other ways of living than how you're living right now. There isn't just one system. There's multiple systems. You can choose whatever is best for you and trust that. And if other people can accept that, well, it's not their path. It's your path. So, of course, we have the crone here with feminine power, fearlessness, authenticity, individuality, independence, new purpose, freedom, and shadow self. How did all those keywords totally line up with what I just said before I even read this card? Exactly. Oh, it's so funny because like from a distance, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like this little thing right here. It almost looked like a little child to me, almost like a younger version of this woman standing here. But it's actually, when you bring it up closer, it's just mushrooms. But I find that significant. So again, I feel like this is like a coming of age kind of thing for a lot of you who picked this pile. Like you're about to transform. So the woman who understands her true nature, be aware of your choices. Be unafraid to walk your path alone. A life of your own design. Untapped power and potential. A fertile and productive future. A childless state. Be unbowed and unapologetic. Respect and cherish your elders. A direct and forthright approach is needed. Do what's necessary, not what's expected. It's time to be fierce and fight back. And so even with that message of, because I feel like some of you are very worried about, disrespecting your elders. But it's like, you're not respecting anybody if you don't respect yourself and do your own thing. I feel like if you're not independent and you're not self-reliant and you're not following your purpose, you're not embracing your freedom or embracing your feminine power. For some of you, whether you're male or female, that's something you guys need to work on clearly. You can't, how do I put this? You're gonna do more harm to yourself in the long run if you don't follow your path. I feel like is the message here. Whether or not your elders are going to agree, you don't have to be disrespectful by disagreeing with them, their ideas, or how they live their life. It's like you can respect them by honoring what they went through, what they learned, what they have taught you, but it's like you need to take that knowledge and add your own experience into it, your own understanding, and transmute it. Make it better, I feel like is the message here. So lastly, we got this air suit here. So this is the 11 of air. This is body and mind, imagination, reality, fact, opinion, body, mind, open mind, narrow mind. Be open-minded and questioning. You are only limited by your mind. Be discerning. How is your mind affecting your body? How is your body affecting your mind? Facts are certainties. Opinions are not facts. We can only change ourselves. Exactly. You can't change what somebody else's beliefs are. But if it no longer aligns with you, it's like you can change your beliefs because it's you. And so, again, have an open mind. Don't limit yourself. Don't just accept the opinions of other people as fact, because it isn't fact. It's fact for them because it's them, but it's not you. So I feel like that is like a big message that your dreams are trying to tell you here. But let's go ahead and wrap up this reading by looking at your charms. So what does group 4 need to know about their dreams? All right. So we have the voice of your soul is breath. We have appreciate yourself and honor your soul. Exactly. You need to appreciate yourself and honor your soul. It's not talking of love, but living in love. That's everything. Life is a flow of love. Your participation is requested. And so we have this bottle of turquoise. So again, healing, opening the communication. You need to communicate more. You need to also embrace those shadow aspects and integrate them. You need to, again, embrace your power, embrace your independence, set your goals, and you can do it. Your potential self is infinite. Exactly. And look at this. Oh my God. Don't you just love synchronicities like this? I didn't mention it, but it's like this always is very prominent when I look at this, especially in your guys' reading right here. And look at that. Hot air balloons all around. It's like, yes, you're about to take a journey. You're about to rise up in your energy. And so you need to just embrace it. There's good luck coming your way, especially if you embrace this path. I also feel like there's prosperity coming. Not a whole ton of charms here, but I feel like the ones that are prominent here are going to make sense to you guys. So with that said, I hope this reading resonated, that it helped make sense, give you some clarity about your dreams currently, and I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, tell me about, what it is you're dreaming, how does this resonate, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. If you would like to help and support the channel in any way, I have a Patreon, I have Ko-fi, I got all that info down in the description, as well as how to get a personal reading with me. So thank you all so much for watching, and have pleasant dreams.